Hello, welcome to Tonalist Landscape Painting with M. Francis McCarthy. This is your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy, and the painting I'm bringing you today is called Late Afternoon Road, and it's a 5x7. It's actually a study for a painting I did that's an 8x10. This was back in 2015, June. And this painting is done right after I had finished doing the 100 Days of Tonalism. And when I look in 2015, I see a big hole in my output because I spent more than 100 days on the 100 Days of Tonalism, I can tell you that. But it was really good. It really, in fact, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. So the tonalist studies after the masters have been a big boost to what I do. It really helped me improve in some dramatic ways, and it's ongoing. So I don't really mind. I mean, at one point I was like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? And I just decided to dedicate 3 or 4 months to doing the project, and was glad I did. So anyway, I am actually recording this a day before you're going to hear it because it's Sunday here. I'm still off. I've put up the video for today, which you guys are enjoying, I hope, and that's a newer painting. This is not a new painting, but I have a big inventory of paintings, and that's one of the reasons I thought, well, we'll just roll out a video a day during the week. And this was at one point in time the Tonalist Minute. We're going to be more like the Tonalist Landscape Painter 8 minutes, but that's where it's at. I can do the 5-minute thing, and I've noticed that average viewing time for some of my videos is like 4.5 minutes. That's one of the reasons why I did that in the first place. But my theme these days is I'm going to share my paintings with you and talk a little bit, and that's where it's at. That's the whole purpose of the channel. And if you enjoy what I do, you're welcome to watch it. And if there's something else you'd rather watch, well, goodness knows, there's so many things to watch now. I mean, come on. Just YouTube alone, you could there's more videos than you could ever watch, Then we have Netflix, and we have regular cable television, and we have Amazon Prime. It just goes on and on and on. But I appreciate the time and attention that you dedicate to watching this channel, assuming you're a regular subscriber. And if you're not a regular subscriber, well, what are you waiting for? Just click that subscribe button. It's really that simple. Got to scroll through things going. I'm trying to, if on the longer form video you might see it 4 times, you're only going to see it twice today, and I'm trying to keep that minimal. But it's all about promoting my site, promoting my work, and that's the price that you must pay, is the scrolling things going through, and that you have to listen to me occasionally tell you, go to my website, join my mailing list, and buy a painting in my store. And some of you have gone in the store, you've started to buy a painting, and you abandoned the shopping cart, which I don't know why anyone would do that. But well, maybe you figured out that your credit card couldn't support another painting, or who knows. I don't know. I don't mind either. But hey, it's Christmas, and you know what? There's no better gift than a little painting. Even if maybe it wasn't the painting they would have picked out, once it's their painting, they're going to love it. I guarantee you that's how it works. So much about art, you can have an initial response to things, but I've seen it time and time again when people have to spend some time with art. A lot of times it reveals themselves to them. It shows them its true nature and character that they would have missed just scrolling and whizzing around like we do in this technological era, where used to be in the old days, man, you probably as a kid you had 5 or 6 paintings in your life. It was the paintings you had in your home, or your grandparents had in their home, and maybe you saw a painting at the school, or who knows, but it wasn't a lot of visual images that you were getting inundated with. Of course, there were magazines and things like that, which is a real, huge quantity more than in the day previous to mass reproduction of media. But now, let's face it, it's just crazy. It's off the hook. I mean, just Instagram alone, you're going to get inundated with, a typical feed, 300, 400 images. I don't know. I only follow about 175 people, and it's quite a bit of work just to do that. I don't like to follow too many people because I like to be a good follower. I like to follow people whose work I admire, and I am not shy about letting them know that I do. And there's a few maybe non-artists I follow, but whatever. That's just Instagram and Facebook. Gosh, it goes on and on. But you know what? So much of what I do is about respect for the image. It's about creating an image as a human being by hand. It's meant to be looked at by other human beings. It's meant to be in your home or your office. And it's meant to be sort of a constant companion. It's there with you when you're happy, or when you're sad, or when you're feeling blissed out, or maybe even down. It really doesn't matter, because the painting is there with you. It's moving through life with you, and it absorbs your energy. It becomes part of your life. And this is something I think about sometimes. And of course, when I'm painting them, they're about me. But as a professional, and I am a professional, I have a certain approach to painting and imagery, and I put everything I have into my paintings, but it's sort of a bit at arm's length. It's an interesting phenomenon, and it's hard to describe to a lay person. But if you were a professional artist, and then you probably know what I'm talking about. You got to, because otherwise you would never sell anything. You wouldn't let it leave the studio. You'd be too involved with yourself. And if you're too involved with yourself, also, you really can't do very good work either. You need to have a level of objectivity. You need to have an internal editor that's working with you, which is something I've talked about in the past. But anyway, hey, guess what? 8 minutes is up. It's time to go. But don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow, and I am working on a few more new ones. So some little guys I took some photographs of. Still have to do some photo processing, but we'll be getting that out to you, and a bunch of other awesome stuff this week. So I'll see you tomorrow, and meanwhile, please take good care and stay out of trouble.